So as you know, we are doing a little poll to see which homework problems you want me to make a video on, and I got a little tired of waiting for all the responses, but it was clear to me that number 17 was going to be one of the top two, so I'm making that video now. Number 17 says the sides of a triangle measure 14.9 centimeters, 23.8 centimeters, and 36.9 centimeters. And our job is to find the angle with the least measure. And actually, this isn't all that difficult if you draw the triangle. So let me start by drawing this thing. And again, I don't really need to be perfect with this, but I just need to label these sides. So I didn't label it very well. Let's make it a little bit more accurate. I'm going to make the 14.9 sides significantly smaller than the other two. Maybe that's too small. But the point is, this one's the shortest, right? 14.9, 28 or 23.8 is the middle one, and 36.8 is the longest. So we can argue about whether this picture is accurate or not, but we don't need to worry about it because the only thing we're interested in is the angle with the least measure, and that angle with the least measure is going to be opposite the side with the least measure, the smallest side. So we're really looking for this angle. So, you know, if I labeled these, if I call this angle A, the one I'm looking for, then this would be side A, and then this would be B and C. And so what I'm going to do is set up the law of cosines to solve for this angle A. And that's going to look something like this. It will be a squared, which is 14.9 squared, equals b squared, which is 23.8 squared, plus c squared, which is 36.8 squared, minus 2 times 23.8 times 36.9. This is supposed to be 36.9. Sorry about that. See that right here? 36.9. I'm going to make this a 9 also. Times the cosine of A. I ran out of space there. And so what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do a little calculation here on my calculator. I'm going to figure out what this total is and then subtract it from both sides. And that'll give me a little better equation and save me some space here. So here's that calculation. So after cranking out those numbers, I end up with negative 1,706.04 equals, don't forget this negative sign comes down, and that is going to be negative 1,756.44 times cosine A. That 1,756.44, that's what you get when you multiply these guys together. Okay, so now let's rearrange things a little bit and see what this actually means. What this basically means is the cosine of A is going to equal negative 1606.04 divided by negative 1756.44. I said that wrong, but I wrote it correctly. It's negative 1,706.04 divided by negative 1,756.44. Okay, so I'm going to calculate that, and then I'll do the inverse cosine on that calculation. So A is going to be the inverse cosine of 0.97131, or give or take that. So I'm going to do that inverse cosine, and that'll be my angle A, and then I'll be done. So the measure of angle A is right around 13.8 degrees. And that is the measure of the smallest angle. You really don't have to go through and get the other angles. We know it's going to be the smallest because it is opposite the smallest side. So we're going to call it 13.8 degrees, and we're going to end the video. Let's wait for the other poll results to find out the other homework problem that I'm going to end up doing. So hang in there. Keep me posted if you need anything. Take care.